What's up, friends and real ones? Welcome back to the channel. I, of course, am RealGrogg, and it's great to have you back. Welcome to another beautiful Monday night. We are diving back into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. After last week, I took a little more of a break and wanted to explore a game that kind of been talking about on the channel, floating it around for a little bit, called Blueprints. So at the last minute, I changed direction and we decided to stream that last week. But tonight, my dear friends, we are back in Bohemia, and we are in the boots of Henry of Skalitz. We've had quite a journey. We've been playing this for a few months now. Have been having a great time with it. It's been a lot of fun, whole lot of stuff going on, and tonight is no different. We're going to continue stepping ever more into the demon's maw, its gaping mouth full of information and danger. King Sigismund is hosting a council meeting of sorts amongst the wealthier and well-to-do townsfolk and powerful people in the city of Kuttenberg, and it's up to me, Henry of Skalitz, to infiltrate it, act as a server, a hospitality worker, somebody who is going to pour wine, shut up, stay in the corner until they're called upon, and the entire time gaining information. So we've got a lot of pressure on Henry tonight. We ran into, a couple weeks ago, if we need a little refresher, which is totally fine because I was just walking around this game realizing, wow, I'm a little rusty once again. Even moving around, I forgot how fast our Henry is moving now in this late game that we're in. With a high agility, you move a lot faster, and I forgot that Henry is pretty damn agile right now and moving around pretty quick. So it's but a couple weeks ago, we broke Hans Capon out of his captivity, and he was accompanied by, I don't remember how to say his name, but this French guy who is just a storyteller who has been everywhere and done everything and has saved everyone and had a sort of fight with every person and won. You know, he's quite the character, quite the fella. He came with, and Brabant, I think is his last name, and we rescued both of them. We rode back to the Devil's Den, and we let them we were on our way there, when all of a sudden a cloudy convoy comes galloping down the road, assuming the worst, assuming it is security coming back to detain us, remove our captives, and remove our heads as well in the process, probably. Instead, we are surprised by the gleaming yellow and black of the Ratai flag, of the what's it called? Lipa, the Lords of Lipa. They come riding back, led by Sir Hanush, who is kind of Sir Hans Capon's guardian of sorts, and then our biological father, Sir Radzikabla. They all came riding in, accompanied by Godwin as well, and we all had a happy meeting in the middle of the road, said hi. We were able to luckily part in a good way. But before we all left, they said, hey, Henry, go spy for us. Go get a bunch of information. You're the only person in the frickin' world that can apparently do anything, so we need you to do all of it. So, the plan for tonight, we're going to continue on because we got the help from the Ruthard family, which they basically used to own the castle that Hans was held in. They helped us get in there. We helped them. And by them helping us, we helped them, and vice versa over and over again. But we also basically screwed over the mint master in town, the guy who handles all the coin, all that shiny goodness, and we got him under our thumb right now. We have discovered his thievery and his ne'er-do-well actions. So we got him under our thumb. He's going to help us get into that meeting because he's also going to that meeting. So we're going to go talk to him tonight. We're going to get prepared for that. We're going to move into the meeting. We're going to continue through the story. We got a couple of streams left before we reach the epic finale of this title. I'm very excited to do so. And yeah, I know I've been kind of slow rolling it. It's been a little while. I've been kind of pulling teeth to get me through some of these things. So I do apologize for extending it as far as I have. It's been kind of crazy around here, kind of busy and a little exhausting. So there's a lot going on in the world and in our lives. And so I hope you're all doing very well. Feel free to drop a comment, say hi, see how you're doing. Mega John Hall and Miss Marin kicking it off. Love to see you both here. It's just the best way to start my Monday, that's for sure. But hello, real ones. Hello, Miss Marin and Mega John Hall. Henry's back! Yes, exactly, my friend. We couldn't go another week without giving us our Henry fix. So we're back and we're ready to rock. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But thank you for enjoying last week's stream. Hopefully you enjoyed a bit of Blueprints, which I thought was a lot of fun. I have been playing that in my downtime, but I'll talk about that more later on. Yes, absolutely, Miss Marin. Big life moves, giving notice at work. Love to hear that. We'll have to figure out a time to meet up. I'm dying to hear it all. Absolutely, Mega John Hall. Absolutely. Yes, this all looks great. But welcome in, everyone. Phenomenal to have you. Stick around, get cozy, get a drink, get a snack. We're going to be here for a few hours exploring Bohemia once again. I'm going to kind of get my bearings. I'm going to walk around a little bit, kind of get refamiliarized. I've been playing some other survival games, and while KCD is certainly not known for its speed of play, the sequel has you kind of forget how I don't know, Henry moves quick and he's agile. It's really nice. And when I'm playing some of my other crappier games, I'm like, wow, there's a big difference. So it'll be fun to kind of get reacclimated with how all this goes. But without further ado, my friend, we're going to get settled in. We're going to say hi to people as they drop on in. We'll have a fun little time tonight. But thank you for being here, everyone. Let's have some fun. And here we are, back in Bohemia. Now, of course, let me know how the balance is for everything. Let me know how I'm looking, how I'm sounding. If there's anything you need to adjust on my end, I'm just going to be having that muted real quick. There we go. Excellent. Let's go indeed. Yes. So here we are. We are in the middle of Kuttenberg. This house right over here, in case we don't remember, that's the Ruthar's Palace. And they were a great family. Didn't quite seal the deal with Rosa, but that's okay. She's a good friend. So I just left her place. We wrote a book together. It wasn't the greatest piece of literary art, but, you know, not a bad thing either. Henry was the inspiration for most of it, so her muse, you could say. But so here we are. I haven't really touched this file in a few weeks, really. Anything you haven't seen me do, I haven't done. So there's still so much to explore in this. If you're on the fence about buying this game or trying it for yourself, I just can't tell. I can't tell you how much I recommend it. I mean, it's just incredible. And there's so much to do. I mean, it's crazy to me when you really sit back and think about it. If it's your first time, your first foray into KCD, it's a great time to jump on in. Yeah, lots to do. So basically, we're going to talk to the Master of Coin, the Mint Master, Vavak, right over here at the B. I think he's right outside of the baths. Yeah, a little north of the baths in his little nice little row house there. Very, very nice. And then the meeting will kick off a little bit later in the same town of Kuttenberg. And all of our allies are on the other side of the map right now, collecting themselves in Raborsch, which is actually where Godwin's dad is in charge. So we met him the last time we streamed, and they've got a pretty strained relationship, Godwin and his dad, but hopefully we'll get them to reconcile a little bit if they run into each other. I'm not entirely sure. They certainly don't have a lot of good things to say about each other, but everyone that we know is meeting at Raborsch and the Devil's Den, so this is where our allies are currently located, and we're just kind of left all alone out here, all on our own, just to fend for ourselves in the big old city. So I'd say, let's just enjoy the sunshine while it's out, right? We recently got a haircut, looking good there. Ah, yes, Mega John Hall. Looking forward to this at some point. Currently in the middle of too many games to properly give this a proper go. Absolutely. What are you, I believe you told me last time, but refresh my memory. What are you playing right now? Where are you adding them? Tell me all about it. I would love to hear it. It's, we're kind of in a great time for games right now. I got to say, it's pretty cool. You know, the last few years, I think they've been really, really good. And there's been a lot of small releases, big things that can really eat up your time. But as I kind of, you know, bemoan in a bittersweet sort of way, there's so many fun things to play right now. It's difficult to know where to allocate your time. You know what I mean? It's like I want to play 5 games at once and give them all the time they deserve, because there's so much fun stuff out there right now. And honestly, within the last a few years, especially, it's like things are getting remastered, things are getting put out with survival modes and story modes and battle royales, and you know, you almost have to like really find your niche, find your favorite genre, try that until you just burn out, and then force yourself to play something entirely different to shake off the cobwebs. All right, this better be a door. This is just a dead end. That doesn't help me at all. Ah, it is. You know, this is what I wanted. So last week I took that break to try out Blueprints, and because I just literally 10 minutes before the stream, I just was like, I just don't want to play KCD tonight. I don't know why. I just wasn't really feeling it. But it's because of how I'm feeling right now. I'm like, I missed being here. It feels so good to be back. And just look at how freaking gorgeous this place is. I mean, just incredible. Just gorgeous. Yeah. I've been dipping my toes back into Stranded Deep just for, I don't really know why, just to kind of passively do something kind of fun. And I have a whole playthrough of that. If you haven't watched the Stranded Deep playthroughs, I pretty much do it's not a speed run in the technical sense, but really expedited the time on that game. Fought through all the bosses and had quite the exciting journey all the way through the game. So if you want to go check that out, I believe there's still a playlist on the home page of the channel. It was a lot of fun. I love that game, but I also hate that game. You know, if you ever have one of those. Oh, nice. Still State of Decay. It's just the best. Yeah, State of Decay 2, Final Fantasy 8, Cyberpunk, BG3. Goddamn, buddy, that is too many things. That is too many amazing games. It's like how do you give them all enough time? It's so hard. That's great though. Yeah, I've been every day I feel like I'm debating on a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough again. It was really, really cool, and I haven't played it for so long. I've missed all the updates, and
that won't do. Kurva.
Are you just carving out the gutter? Because that's super cool. Otherwise, this garden ain't gonna grow shit, buddy. I'm sorry to break the news to you. I'm just telling you. That's not gonna go. That's not gonna go how you think. But yeah, it's just a shit road. My God, oh, the smell. Maybe it's just because I've been out of this for a few weeks, but yeah, all the details again. It's just so nice to see them all.
I apologize.
Yeah, playing a game like Stranded Deep, it really, coming back to this, then after that, you really get to appreciate how much detail these environments have and how much effort it takes to keep all of this running smoothly. Absolutely incredible. All right. But I think let's go ahead and talk to Vivek. Go talk to Vivek, see what we need to do to get into that. Oh, by the way, good advice. Don't drink paint water. Don't do it. It's not good for you. But here we go. Talk to Vivek, see what we need to do to get into that meeting. I'm not sure if talking to him will instantly kick the meeting off or not. What's really nice is, again, having taken a little bit of time away from the game and only having been this far in the game once already, months ago, like back in February when it first came out, I don't really remember much at all. I remember, like, you know, bits and pieces, but not nearly as viscerally, so it does feel kind of fresh and new all over again.
I'm going to see the Mint Master. May I enter?
Any fool could say that. What do you want from him?
Feeling kind of sassy today. Don't delay me.
Don't delay me. I'm in a hurry.
Suit yourself. But I'm
right.
warning you. If you give that kind of lip to Sir Ulrich, you'll be coming out through the door head first.
Well, it's reputation lost. Oh no. Yes. All right, you prick.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace.
I love when Henry's just got
I
that
have a little offer
smarmy little smile on him.
Blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
The very same.
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king.
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it?
Yes.
And tell the truth.
Yeah, because you're just the pinnacle of trust and honesty. I want to present myself to high society? Nah. Yeah, I want to know what he wants.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel?
I was about to say, yeah, this whole conversation
If you want to
is
keep
irrelevant.
your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me.
I'd say especially
And
me.
that will be the end of our business together.
I want to pay him. But I don't really want to threaten him either, so we'll just...
How about a few groschen to seal our fruitful relationship?
Oh, he's going to pay me.
Worse than a
Ha! Nice.
Have it your
I
way,
like that
then.
deal even better.
You can
Way
get
better.
into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
All right. Let's get some information on this fella then.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
All right. So I got to kill him, I guess.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
I'm literally dressed nicer than he is.
But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
All right.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is zum
Also
Eisernen
Haus.
Adler.
Eisernen. All right. Well,
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly.
he's
Now
got a point.
do
It's like,
your
all right.
part.
All right. We can probably
I'll
figure
go
this
in
out.
there.
We just kill
See you
him.
at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
All right. So, his cook's son. We just got to get his clothes, his boots, and his motorcycle. All right. Now, where are we looking? So, I think right up here. All right. So, right kind of in the heart of town, there's this tailor. I believe this is the shop. It says obtain the king's waiter certificate. All right. Cool. Well, luckily we are well versed in pickpocket, thievery, and all that fun stuff. But we might even be able to just talk him into it. So let's go see what he has to say. Splash. Phenomenal. So did anybody out there watch the Xbox games showcase the other day? About a 2.5-hour program. Decent stuff, you know. I think there's some really cool ideas out there, but not gonna lie, I was a little bummed out that I went through the entire thing and there was no State of Decay mention, no Elder Scrolls message, nothing. Just Mario Kart on a handheld and all this stuff.
What's
And,
the holdup, innkeeper?
why don't you relax, buddy? All right, we are getting closer, so we're in the region.
Young man, could you spare me a moment of your time?
Who the hell are you?
Yes? What is this about?
Your immortal soul.
Nah, I'm good.
I'd like to discuss it with you.
I ain't got time for that.
Iron tools!
Everyone's got a really weird, suspicious energy today. I don't like it.
For buttons.
All right, so this must be the guy.
I'd like to...
Surely you can wait a while. I have a customer here.
But I'm the
Here
main
you
character.
are. The finest fabric. Intricate work. You won't find the likes anywhere else in this town.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. I'll gladly recommend you if anyone asks. And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am.
God,
Who
my
might
Henry
you
just
be?
looks sharp
I'm
as
Henry.
hell. Look at this guy.
I
Loving the
heard you
blue.
were supposed to serve at the city council assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
I can do a better job.
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
Yeah, let's go ahead and just
I want to see the king in the flesh.
Why
lie
is
through your
that?
teeth.
Well, I heard a lot about him. How he won lots of battles, how he's courageous, just
And as bad-tempered as the devil. He's got the councillors shitting themselves, fearing what's coming at this assembly. The more I think about it, the happier I am about not having to be there. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Yeah, totally.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up
At least
some
this
good
other guy isn't
excuse,
yelling
clear?
in my frickin' ear the whole time.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you.
It will.
The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you. I promise.
You better not.
Megajohn Hall, by the way, I just saw that you, I missed that last sentence where you say, currently rage playing XCOM 2 War of the Chosen on Veteran. That's hilarious. I actually just did a playthrough myself. I didn't go on Veteran because I don't want to hate every second of my life that much. But that is one of the best games. I love XCOM 2, especially the War of the Chosen. That took an already incredible title and made it just phenomenal.
I'm sorry.
How'd you get there so quick? Absolutely love that game, so hopefully it's going well for you, because yeah, Veteran on that game is no joke. That is such a difficult one. Yeah, I love that. They also have a mode, if you're not familiar, to anybody out there watching, it has a Iron Man mode where you have one save. Jesus, I forgot that everyone's yelling in your ears at all times in Gutenberg. Fucking hawkers. But it's just hilarious because you have one save and you just go through the entire game. So every death, every missed shot, every single thing, the stakes are high and it can be intensely frustrating. Yeah, so I've tried Iron Man mode, I think 3 or 4 times, and I've never seen it through. I don't think I ever will. It's like you'll have an end game character all of a sudden get one shot by some random enemy who crits, and it's like, while the storytelling can be good, it can feel kind of nice to have those terrible moments. It's like I've played this whole game with these characters, and now they die in the last minute, and I don't have the time or the resources to refill them or to replace them. All right, so let's go ahead and set up one of our outfits. Oops. Set up one of our outfits so that we can just change into our waiter's outfit at the right time once we're ready to rock. Now, if I had to guess, and just from my own experience, you typically don't want to show up to work in muddy or bloody rags or with weapons strewn across your body. So I think we'll probably try to keep it a little bit lighter, go in unarmored. Where's the pants? Yeah. But I think we should head home and get a new change of boots and different gloves, perhaps, and maybe a hood. I think we're going to try to impress the king a little bit, you know? He may not be our king, but we still got to try. Let's see. All right, nice. I got some books to read, got some stuff. I can read recipe. Nice. Dig that. We'll put on a little perfume before that. That'd be good. Awesome. All right, yeah, I think we must have kept everything pretty clean, pretty repaired after the last stream.
You deserve worse
Oops.
than a pillory. Big and small. Greetings, sir.
What a beautiful town. Yes, absolutely, it is so good. But I've never loved / hated a game so much, buddy. I am so right there with you. I think my close second to that is, oops, sorry, there's the entrance, is Hitman. Catherine is still here.
Careful.
I love Hitman. It's probably, honestly, one of my favorite, it's probably my top 3 favorite games of all time. It's so good. It's so varied and replayable, and everything about it is just incredible. But it has pissed me off to no end numerous times, and but I always come back for more. Always come back, you know? It's really good to have those kind of games. I thought I had some red boots. Where would I get some red boots? Let's see. Let's see. It's what is it? Red and tan, I think. Yeah, red and tan. Ugh, that's just a rough look. Well, let's go ahead and take off our swords. Make sure we're not coming in with any weapons on us. I think that'll probably be the best bet in the long run. Take our arrows off. Boom, boom. Oh, actually, that's awesome. Well, I think maybe we'll throw the brocade on, perhaps. Brocade, I think we have it embroidered on us. Or maybe the huntsman, that might look kind of cool. Yeah, Miss Marin has certainly seen me pretty mad at games, but there's a mode in Hitman called Freelancer, which was a really cool way to kind of to build your base. You could do a bunch of missions that, while they were unique, or it was like, it's basically it's that kind of mode where you can upgrade your house, you can unlock certain things. There's missions that it's the same maps, but it's different targets, and it changes, and it's sort of more based on the RNG, random number generator, and yeah, it's like you do up to each level of it kind of escalates. You do 2 targets, and then you have what's called a showdown, where you go and like take down the boss of that level set. And if you lose, or if you die, or if you fail, you lose all your progress and you start back at 0, and it's beyond frustrating, and it can be really tough because you have to actually go on the mission and decipher who your target is, finally find them, get to them, take them out, and they always have assassins with them. It's a whole thing. And it's really, really good, but whew, yeah, it has. Okay, you know, I think the yellow boots. We're gonna do the yellow boots for now, but I'm gonna make a round. I'm gonna swing around to some of the tailors. I'm gonna see if there's any red boots in town. If there are, I might. Ooh, I should go to a saddler. I feel like saddlers always have those. But yeah, the freelancer mode, that is definitely in Hitman, where I have lost my cool way more often than any other time. I will openly admit to that. That's for sure. All right, I just want to see. And odds are I'll probably have to go and take all this stuff off, so I'm probably wasting my time anyway. But you know, we got a little bit of time. The night is young. I thought I had a yellow hood, or a golden hood. But, oh well. Let's go make a round and see if we can see some boots.
It happens.
There's actually oh my goodness, yeah. If you haven't seen it already, IOI put out their trailer for the new 007 game that we've been talking about on the channel. The creators of Hitman are making the next James Bond game, and it looks amazing. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was saying that there's any company that's going to do this right, and that should be the ones to do it. It's IOI, and I cannot wait to see what they do with it. And yeah, it looks great. It looks very much like Hitman, but with the James Bond sort of feel. And for a bit of sort of crossover fun, Hitman actually has essentially Casino Royale DLC right now, and even Mads Mikkelsen is in it. As his character from Casino Royale. I was just playing it a bit earlier today, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but it's pretty much like you're in the game. All right, where is my next tailor? I think I'm right next to him, right? Other side of the street every time. All right, where can I cut through? Let me cut through the butcher, please.
Same as last time.
Worked out for you, eh?
Yep.
I'm always glad to see a
Smuggler's Storehouse. Excuse me.
So many times.
Are you engaged in illegal, nefarious activities? Sir?
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Okay, that's a locked door. All right.
It happens. Which way you're going?
Everyone looks so suspicious. I don't know why. I think it's just been a little while since I've been in here. Everyone looks really suspicious to me in this game right now. All right. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now give me some boots.
Always glad to see a returning customer.
I've been tricked so many times, I prefer to go where I know.
The hell?
It's hard to find an honest trade.
I feel like my keyboard's been acting a little funny today. That's not a terrible addition. Kind of shiny, a little too shiny for my liking, but not the worst thing I've ever seen. We don't wear 1-star gear. We just don't do that around here. Now that ain't bad, but we're here for boots. Here for boots. Come on, red boots, red boots, red boots. Nothing. Not even a single pair. Well, actually, I just realized. I just remembered there's a cobbler in town right there. Beautiful. So if there's one person that'll have boots, it's probably the guy who makes boots. Makes sense to me.
Du hast Glück.
Ja, sehr Glück. Danke. Oh, and they're noble boots. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean, come on. That's just good. The pointed is actually not bad. That's actually pretty good, like, everyday sort of wear, but we're going noble boots. Are you kidding me? Come on now. Gold star. Yeah, absolutely. Sold. And I'll sell you this garbage brigandine. I'll sell you... Keep these, keep this, take these. See, he's got 582. I'll get 561. Let's go ahead and hide the fact that it's stolen with a ring. And we'll give you a deal there, buddy. Ah, dang it.
Some Himmel. You'll have to knock the price down on these stolen wares. Well,
Damn it.
How much do you want?
Give me that.
You won't
All right, fine. 200.
Why?
That's fine.
That's fine.
I mean, look at this. We've got $27,000. So I mean, I think we're doing okay. We don't we don't need the extra 300. We are just fine on that. Okay, we got some good boots. Boots. I should probably take off my cuirass. All right, so double checking here. Hat, hood, super fancy jewelry that a server would never be wearing in a situation like this. Looking good. No weapons. We got those on. That's on. Spurs. That'll probably drive the host crazy, but Charisma's at 30. What happens if I take the spurs off? Are we still at 30? Cool. Then we'll leave the spurs off. All right, Henry, you're a stud. So I think now, let's get the show on the road and let's report for duty and go see what's in store for little Henry and see what Sigismund has planned, huh? Hey, Kevin Anderson. Hello and good evening. Glad to be back in Bohemia. I'm right there with you, buddy. Yes, I was saying a little bit earlier, I wasn't feeling it last week, but I'm very, very happy to be back in here tonight. Really looking forward to it. We are just getting started. We recently just got our new outfit all set and ready to rock. We are dressed as a royal waiter, and we are just about to go check in for duty and see what this meeting will be all about. But welcome in, Kevin. It's great to have you. Thank you all for being here, by the way. I really do appreciate that. Appreciate you hanging out on this beautiful Monday night. But yeah, how you been? How's your week been going? Hopefully you've had a nice day, enjoying some time to yourself, enjoying some comfort. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Oh, Machodomo.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
Hey, and CLD as well. Welcome in, my friends. What a great time and great to see the gang coming back together. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. We are just warming up here. We're prepared for the infiltration mission. So you're right on time. Nobody has missed anything today. We just kind of been hanging out, checking in, talking games, as we like to do. Henry is dressed as a royal waiter, about to infiltrate. Yeah, how you doing out there, bud? Great to see you. Let me know if you've been doing anything new. I was talking a bit earlier about the Xbox Games Showcase, seeing if there's anything on that jumped out at you. A lot of cool stuff on the horizon. We'll chat about that as we go along. So the person that we are covering for, Franta, not coming. What's wrong with him? Let's see. Sick. That might work. Drunk. Throw him under the bus. He's hurt. I don't think that would be a good idea because then they'll find out I'm lying later. He's praying in the church. It's a bad reason to miss work. He's in the baths. You know what? I think that's what my gut says.
He's relaxing in the baths and looking pretty satisfied there.
In the baths? But he has duties. He works here.
Well, not anymore, I reckon. You want a pile of coin?
Yes.
Dice? And he said he's not going to move from there until he's tried out every wench at least twice.
When I get my hands on that boy, I'll rip him in two.
Yep.
Well,
I kind of threw him under the bus on that one.
thing you're
Didn't try
here,
to.
at least. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on.
Yeah, I got it. I can handle it.
Let's have a look.
You can cut everyone else.
Have
Give
you
me the
got
whole room.
Francis' certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery.
What about it?
You've got a waiter's cap.
Nailed
a
it.
tunic you
Perfect.
have. Hose are good.
Damn right they
You
are.
can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad.
What can I
Do
say?
you know what your duties are?
Crushed it.
For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Of course I do.
I'm no greenhorn. I have plenty of experience. Not long ago, I poured wine for the Archbishop of Mainz.
Oh, I see. Forgive me. But allow me to give you one piece of advice. Sir Adam of Zarjitz will be among the guests. Don't pour wine for him.
Oh.
Otherwise he'll get drunk and disgrace us all in front of the king. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Yeah, that seems like a better idea.
Yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Seems a bit... high maintenance. What if I mess something up? Nah, I understand
Absolutely.
everything.
I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it. Right?
Absolutely. But yeah, CLD says, I'm all good, looking forward to Ill, which I'm not sure. Maybe I missed that one. Ill. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it. And the Hitman content looks nuts. 100%. Yeah, I was talking about the recent DLC, but also IOI did hold they had a live stream where they were showing off some upcoming ideas, and they're actually introducing, even though it's in the early stages, they're introducing finally cooperative co-op. So they used to have, or I think it was Hitman 2, they had a multiplayer, but it was versus as opposed to working together, and it wasn't even close to perfect. There were a lot of issues, and you were both inhabiting the same space, but you were kind of like a ghost to the other one. So it was complex and interesting, and it was a fun jumping off point. But I'm really excited to see what IOI does with an actual co-op Hitman experience. I think that would just be such a blast. And yeah, I mean, just like, imagine the things you could do. It's a whole network of tricky sort of traps and kills and all that stuff, and it would be so cool to have one person over here, one person like directing things, and then it's limitless what could happen in that. So I really hope that they follow through. Very much looking forward to it. But CLD, remind me of Ill. I feel like I'm missing something on that one, but yeah, definitely remind me. But great to have you in. Wonderful. Yeah, lots of cool stuff coming out there. All right, I think we are ready for the meeting. Let's go ahead and get settled in. This is going to be very dialogue heavy. You're going to be hearing a lot of Sigismund chatting. Hey, Chili Santa, Henry looking like a Nerf dart. He very much does. And yeah, not the most flattering of server attire, but we try to jazz it up a little bit. We got some nice boots, gloves, and oh God. Ill is body horror with dynamic gore. Of course. Yes, my first guess. Well, welcome in, Chili. Great to see you. You're right on time to start discussing body horror and dynamic gore. That sounds great. But yeah, Henry does have it's the bohemian caps. I just don't really, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't like how they shape his head. But I think we're all feeling good. We're ready for the meeting. So let's get settled in and see.
I know everything I need to.
What this curly-haired bastard has in store for us.
Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
All right.
There are the pictures of wine.
Hopefully
I won't splash anyone's shoes.
And on top of that, the
All right, so
army
here
was
is our
requisitioning from it.
A full cup of
Here's our
monastery
section.
Some reserve have worse weapons than any
I apologize,
Räuber in
sir.
the domain.
Which one?
Red. Am I speaking? I'm saying that the
All right,
bandits.
so this guy wants some
the
red,
Dry
which I believe is the one in the
Devil
red picture.
That
Makes sense to me.
Hackenbusher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did
Sir?
they get them?
You're
Nice.
the one who should know where they got them.
Thank you.
Since you're a
Oh,
gunsmith.
you're very
What
well.
are you
It's a pleasure.
implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them.
All right, so we've dropped on in. I'm not gonna lie, there's this weird part of me that really enjoys these sort of mini games. I'm like, maybe it's just the familiarity, maybe it's just I feel at home in there, but
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
now
What I smell
this of course is the fellow that helped us get in here, the
I'd like
Link
some
Master.
monastery wine. Refill my cup, boy.
Now this guy, Zarzitz, we're not supposed to serve. But let me ask you. Let me check in with you, real ones. What do you think here? So we were told not to serve this guy because he's going to get drunk, drink too much, make a fool out of him. But that guy that told me that's in charge of the servers, he's not a part of our revolution. He's not a part of Zizka's gang. He's not a part of the allies that we have in Reborsh. So I don't really care if this councilman makes an ass of himself, right? So I think we get him drunk. I've never done it before, and I'm curious. Yeah, Miss Marin asking exactly. This is the guy that we're not supposed to serve.
We have the army bearing down, and
I apologize, sir.
Serve him, exactly. All right, Miss Marin, you got it. All right, monastery red for the gentleman in red. Yeah, right. Serve will be gone before the consequences. Exactly. This is his problem, not mine. So here you are, sir. Please drink up. Please.
Shut up.
Bottoms up.
King can arrive at any moment.
Exactly. We're here to undermine the king. So yeah. Letting some noble make a fool of himself. That's his problem, not mine. Yeah, so that feels good.
We're supposed to defend it with brooms?
Sir, there's a lot of people that are trying to die and enjoy the experience tonight. If you could just keep it down a little bit. It's been a lot from this side of the table.
The property of the king's enemies.
I apologize, sir.
Nicht wahr?
Which
Are
one?
more
Are
than
you
familiar
colorblind?
with the Yemeni
White.
state.
I'm not colorblind, you frickin'
King
prick.
is surely aware of it as well. Maybe.
Oh, that's. I lost my gloves and my hood. Come on.
If some of the taxes.
No freedom on the uniform around here. That's
This town
bogus.
will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a
Wow.
preparation
I
for
didn't
war.
notice your dog down there, sir. That's
Sir?
very rude to the other guests. Whatever.
To wreak havoc all around. The Lord.
Yeah.
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks
excuse me,
about the
please.
matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht.
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or
Another
brothels?
drop of wine. Don't make me beg.
Isn't it the same
Drop of white for Zarzitz? You got it, buddy. No problem.
So the
On the
cleanliness
way.
of the city is not what it should be.
Dang.
Baths in the city fall far short of covering. all the
I love that
citizens'
that's the thing that levels me up.
That's the way.
Damn.
Good lad.
Sorry, I just gotta look at this. My buddy just got his forearm tattooed. Damn! That is insanely amazing. Wow. I wonder if I can even... Look at that. That is killer. Not finished yet. That is freaking cool. Wow. Damn. Well, now I'm jealous. Great. All right,
She's
drink
a
up.
protege of Maresh.
Oop.
Her efforts are commendable, but I
What's
don't
up, bud?
Everything all right?
No. But
Who
there's
am I talking to?
nothing
There we
to
go.
do about it. Come closer.
All right, what's up?
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief.
All right.
She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
All right. Yeah, no problem.
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes. and
Okay,
come
don't be a
right
dick,
back
all right?
with it, understood?
Are you questioning God's
Man,
plan?
I'm really feeling like I just want to screw over all these guys.
Unless the Lord
So,
wishes to punish
but yeah,
the wicked.
CLD, I don't
Going
think,
on
no,
in
my
there.
buddy just sent me that and he
Keeping
says
the
it's
city clean
his
is
guardian
important.
angel. No specific character that I know of, but that is
Arguing
insanely
about
cool. And
who
yes,
is
Ms.
going
Marin,
to
I have
wash
been
where and
dying
how is a
for
waste
some
of
needle
time.
therapy, so yeah, that's not helping. All right, but let's go try to find this goblet that this guy stole from another thief or something. I don't know, it's a little confusing. Oop, what's this? Ooh, a dagger, you say? Well, we'll just have to take that just in case. You never know.
The least we can do for the citizens is to provide
Gutenberg
place
Oath
to
Book, I
wash
don't know what
up.
that is, but hey, I'll take that.
Nonsense. Next, you'll want
Stolen cup. All right, this
wine
must be
to
it.
everyone
Yeah,
for
that's got to be it.
free, too.
Why
Nice.
not? In Jerome
He's
Mars's
silver,
earthly paradise,
I mean,
everything
while I'm here, I
would
gotta
be
see.
free.
Just gotta see what's in the cabins. All
Words in my mouth.
right, but we'll go back now.
Gentlemen,
We'll go back.
let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
Where were you? There you go. That's you. For the bailiff.
Did you find it?
Get eyes on the back of your head. just boop boop either side of the mohawk.
Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
I got
Yes,
word
sir.
that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual.
Oh man, that is
old
insanely
weasel
cool.
never
And good for
accepted
him.
The city isn't run
He's a great
his
guy,
way.
so I'm very
At
happy
least
for him. He's
until
got
His
but
Majesty
he's
honors us
getting
with his
covered.
visit. And as we know,
Hey,
Gunslin
waiter,
absolutely
pour me some
hates
monastery
him.
wine.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does
Bit of
no
monastery
damage.
red.
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me?
All right, who wants it? Eldris.
I'm not sure what you're implying.
There you go.
You
I'm not gonna lie, I've always wanted the 47 barcode on the back of my head. I do think that would be
Compose
pretty
yourself,
awesome.
Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself.
Oh, I love it. Zarz
I beg your pardon.
is getting a little toasted.
I demand that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there,
I've
weren't
been standing here just holding the picture. All right, he said to Kai, which I believe is the white.
Misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving.
I really like how these guys have been talking.
The graves for the
Oh, shut up. Just drink and be
We have a
quiet.
good reason to punish
Yeah, you're
him.
welcome.
What happened there?
No, don't worry about the
Leave
tip.
nothing out.
It's fine.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case,
You there,
it
lad.
really was
A
nothing.
cup of bread.
Everyone in the city
Don't you
gossiped
skimp on
about
me.
it. I heard
Red
there
for the
were
men in
several
red.
dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think...
Game kind of
Rutard
keeps
will
bugging out
cause
where it's like
any
every time I'm in the middle of a
trouble. He is
dialogue, it
sensible enough
Monastery
not to
wine.
cause
sticks in.
any
Yeah,
harm
I got you, bud.
Sorry.
Just relax.
That's true. Because if we don't
Hey,
do
Zarzis,
something about him,
you need a
the
top
king
off? Huh?
himself
A
will
little bit more
put
for
an
you?
end to him, and soon.
I mean, I got it right here.
Unless he puts an
Somebody's
end
gotta
to
drink
us
it.
first. God knows
All
what
right.
he wants
I'll
to
keep my
tell
eyes on
us.
you.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move
you're-
on.
Touches me as the pig looks a bit rotten, eh?
Things have got out of order in the town. Some
yeah,
adventurers decided
oh, man,
to take the
that makes
law
me-
into their own hands and restore the tradition of
I want a lot
duels.
more tattoos.
Not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect
I gotta respond. I gotta.
the city's sword fighting school brought this
Who wants the
custom
white?
to us.
You?
That
Yeah,
German
it's right over there.
Menhard
Yeah,
is
enjoy.
just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker.
Fine.
You act like you've never been in a fight yourself.
Are they only just
accused
pressing the
of
grapes for that Tokai?
How about you shut your mouth?
We're not some old fish.
I gotta respond to this though. That is too cool.
You will just leave it
Vanish,
be.
you hear me?
Proven offences.
I've been standing 2 feet away from you the entire time.
That's that. There are more
guy.
pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than the
Oop, looks like
open
somebody else needs something.
contempt of the whole town garrison.
This is a needy.
The
This
guards
party is
are
very
apparently
needy.
settling accounts their own way.
All right, who
We'll
needs me?
soon be
Who?
the laughing stock of the whole
Everything in
town.
order?
Not quite.
You can rest assured.
But I think you might be able to help me.
Yeah, what do you want?
What can I help you with, sir? I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
Yeah, I'll get them. No problem. Absolutely happy to.
I'll get them. I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored. And because I told you. Get on with it.
Well, I hate this guy. Only I could make a fool out of him, too. Alright, he said I forgot the gloves, which are literally right here. That's ridiculous. Alright, now...
And he wants me to
count with wings.
Figures.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oop. 9, 10, 11. Does this count? 12? Alright, so 11 in the top ring. 12, 13. Oh, sorry. 12 and 13. 14. 15. 16. That's tough. What are the games are you guys playing right now? I read Mega John Hall's comment a while back, who's playing through several games at the moment. That is happening to me as well, playing through a few. I love to hear that. Like I've been saying, we're kind of spoilt for choice right now. What are the local tattoo parlors like, by the way? That's a great question. We are very lucky in the state. We've got really good variety on the style of both places, and I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I don't really care if I'm right or not on this answer of winged creatures. This guy can do one.
And run to the chapel.
Here's your gloves.
So, let's see what you've got for me.
Oh, nice. Bomb Rush, Cyberfunk, and Balatro. Nice. Here's your gloves.
Found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
I'm gonna count the flying creatures. 16. Let's say 16.
I counted 16, sir.
And did you count all the monsters and animals?
Oh, I thought you meant only the angels.
Go back to serving wine, blockhead.
I'm gonna spit in your next glass. Yeah, we're spoiled for choice right now. We got so many great games to play. It's great. But the parlors around here are great because, you know, like where I got my full sleeve, that place is a very classic tattoo shop. You know, it's like loud punk and metal music, good artists, and just a really good vibe. Where I got some of my other stuff done.
They come late, or report sick, and if they do,
you know, I went to this other one called Wicked Inc. Friend of mine is the owner there, and it's all women-run shop, and they do a great job. It was the cleanest, most like comfortable, hospitable shop I've ever been to. Yeah, really cool. So there's a really good variety. Then there's some really dingy, garbage places that you feel like you're gonna get sick just by looking at. But yeah, a lot of good variety around here. Uptown Tattoo, they're probably the best talented around here, but yeah, really good stuff. What do you want?
I apologize, sir. Which one?
Okay. Other than the welfare of the city behind your complaint.
I got you, bud. I started the Metro series for the first time. I've heard really good things about the Metro series. That's great.
For instance, that you'd like to have your
Here's your wine.
sir.
Miss Marin's been bopping around too. Dave the Diver, Cabernet, Traveler's Rest, and Strata Deep. Yeah, that's a good lineup right there. Lots of variety, lots of good stuff.
Your place is at least 2 steps behind.
Damn, wow.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think
Dang, that's crazy.
You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you made yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired
I
apologize, sir.
services.
Just say white.
Monastery
Oh, he did the syllable talk.
I hope you're not
I hate this guy.
supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have.
All right, let's get a glass of red for this guy. But I love that these guys have just been yakking this whole time, and I haven't heard a single thing they're saying. It's just like I haven't paid a single attention to a single sentence.
Thank you, waiter.
This is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out.
All right, boom, leave that there.
The guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes.
All right, what's the next task? Hey, Zarzitz, come on, you're getting empty, buddy. Let's one more. It is time, I believe. CLD, what are your thoughts on Balatro, though? I tried it for a little while, and it didn't quite hook me, but I've heard great things.
Something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Oh no! Chili Santa found out recently that he's allergic to tattoo ink. Oh! Oh god! Oh. I'd know that finger anywhere. Miss Marin cut into the... Is that a wig? You would kind of hope so, right? Yeah. Me, sir? No, take your time, Henry.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Yeah, right, Miss Marin. Yeah, I highly doubt Henry would be that scared. Exactly. I'm believing that he's just really leaning into the role, but I'm like, you're Henry. I mean, it must take him a long time to curl that hair in the morning. At that time at Reborge Fortress, so across town, while Henry has just encountered the king for the first time, back at Reborge, where all of our allies are once again gathering. Let's see what happens here. You would think, well, and so, yeah, that's a good question, Miss Marin. If the Baldy, General Owlitz, it's tough to know if he would remember Henry, you know? I mean, he sees a lot of faces, he's been traveling around, he's got things on his mind well beyond just some peasant son, or some, you know, blacksmith son in a village he raided.
Father, put a little life into your dying. See more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too.
None of that matters a damn to him.
No, Miss Marin, so this this fortress is the location of Godwin, the priest right here, of his dad, which is the older guy that looks very much like him. They dress very similarly. They both actually wear that kind of cap, so I'm guessing that's kind of the style in this town. But yeah, we'll interact with them soon. Hans's dad has been dead for a while, actually. But yeah, I always wonder if Owlitz would remember Henry as well. He's looking at him, but with all the faces, all the soldiers, he probably doesn't recall. But that's what Henry, I think, is the most scared about. But yeah, meeting Sigismund, that shouldn't bother him that much. But yeah, ooh, he's ugly AF, says Miss Marin. Yeah, that sounds about right. Depraved priest time. Exactly, Chili. Yes, it's about the time we get back to Godwin. Absolutely. Yes. All right, so do we know any of the guests? Who's that Frenchman? What's it like to be free? And what are you going to do now? Who's that Frenchman?
Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malishov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now,
oh, nice. Yeah, okay.
Themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try.
All right, so we're quite the motley crew of allies. What's it like to be free? Better than not being locked up. What are you going to do now? Let's
What do
figure
you
that out.
plan to do now you're a free man again?
Ooh, Miss
What do
Marin
you
has
think?
questions for the
Get
chat.
drunk,
Let's bring
run
him
one
on.
of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Yeah, let's go chat with the guests.
I'd rather creep off into some corner with
Oh,
a
here we
full
go.
wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests.
Unfortunately, yes.
Indeed you should.
Unfortunately, Godwin.
After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
All right. There we go. All right, Miss Marin looking for recommendations in Vegas for a place to eat and dine. That sounds great. Yeah, definitely drop any recommendations. I feel like anytime you mention Vegas in a sentence, there's somebody around that'll happily go off on information for a long, long time. All right, so lots of guests. As we can see, lots of people we've interacted with. This is Conrad. I'm not sure who you are. Conrad of Vecta. John of Liechtenstein, of course, sitting all by himself. Kind of sad. Capon. We got Samuel and Rabbi Jehuda, both from the Jewish quarter in Kuttenberg. A couple of nobles. Anna of Waldstein. Bunch of guards. Conrad. Okay. So a few people to talk to. Not a whole lot, which is good. Yeah, so I say let's start ladies first. Oop, nope, can't talk to you. All right, never mind. Introduce ourselves to the rabbi.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your...
Sorry, hold on. That is quite the sentence from CLD in terms of recommendations for Vegas. Eat the accursed lost souls found in Zach Baggins's haunted museum. That is a mouthful of ideas that I can't quite comprehend right now. Yeah, please, Mega John Hall. Absolutely, yeah. Any insight is good insight.
I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Later would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg.
Yeah, the pain souls taste the best.
Samuel, my aide.
Samuel?
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need.
True.
And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
You're looking for friends, trying to negotiate better terms. Yeah, let's go with that.
Do you want to make use of the council to improve the status of Jews in the city?
Not at all. However, we would like to give the council something it is sorely lacking. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. You have men and weapons.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything
Samuel, party
in good
pooper,
time,
man.
Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Yeah.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
This guy seems all right.
Know if you can trust
Generous,
them. With
helpful.
that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzig Copula?
The very same.
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Two heirs, human. Yeah, you'd hit it off. I think so.
The two of you would hit it off. He's reliable and has his heart in the right place. For a young stripling, He's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
The goat
My
himself.
daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on
Hold
her
up.
own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
I don't know. I mean, they came all the way out here. Godwin says I better not drink. No.
Good hell.
Yeah, Godwin's gonna have a drink.
L'chaim.
That is, and Miss Marin, thank you for asking for me. Yeah, who? I don't want to sound naive, but who the f is Zach Baggins? I also have no idea. I only hear Baggins, and I just think Lord of the Rings, of course. The ghost hunting guy. I can't remember the name of the show. I think it was The Ghost Hunter. I hope Vegas isn't too haunted. I'm sure it's very haunted. Intro's like, there's things in this world we will never truly understand. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like any ghost hunting show in the mid-thousands, mid-noughts. No! Oh, wait, I'm Godwin. I don't care if I'm a little stuffed. Okay, so we've met these two. And it turns out, I don't know if we ever heard, but I think Martin is this guy's dad, actually. Martin, Henry's presumed dad for a long time. That could be interesting. All right, nobles, I don't need to talk to you. Anna, I don't need you. Guards, thanks for just standing around in a circle, not defending anyone. That's really good. Vecta, I don't need you. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Let's see. Hans, we already talked. Anybody out here? Nothing. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Dang, that's nice. All right, so we got Dry Devil, Kobala, Anush. Cool, we'll go out there in a little bit. I think chat is doing a great job of deterring Miss Marin from going to Vegas. All right, so we've talked to you. I think let's talk to. Oh, wow. Okay, so can't talk to anybody down there. So let's head on outside. 360. Who are you? Housemaid? Gentlemen? All right, so we can talk to Kamala. Are you getting just... Are you getting hammered? Dude, come on. All right, ladies all chatting, hanging out.
Something of the sort. Plans they have aplenty. Each of them is...
That wasn't impressive 360. I can't help it. Henry's just so agile. All right. What's up, Rodzik?
You wouldn't be avoiding me. We didn't have much time for conversation on the way here. Let's rectify that.
With pleasure, sir. As it happens, there's something I'd like to ask you. What are you expecting from today's gathering, my lord?
Well, I have no great expectations. But, all going well, we may be able to establish some joint steps towards the future. As long as we proceed without prior agreement and mutual support, we will be very unlikely to achieve any progress.
That's crazy, though. I'm just reading the chat here. People get stuck in Vegas or fall into drugs. There's a bunch of people living in the sewers. Huh. I feel like that would be, temperature-wise, much cooler. But that would suck. That would be pretty horrible. Yeah, it's a real thing. I don't doubt it. I mean, yeah, that's that city, you know. Kevin Anderson. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, that is the saying, ain't it? And I guess I mean, you got to think, plenty of people have probably lost their shirt and then some out in the desert. So wish me luck. We're going to be heading out there in a little while, and I'm not much of a gambler. I've never been very good at I've never won a damn thing gambling, not a single penny, and so I think you got to go to Vegas. You got to throw some dice. You got to pull a crap. You got to pull a handle or two. But yeah, I don't know. I like to keep my money where it belongs. Yeah, CLD, exactly. I check the place out sometime. I do enjoy a responsible gamble, and I think that's exactly it. A responsible, within reason gamble. Absolutely. All right. Son's got a talent for trouble, doesn't he?
I couldn't help but notice your son has a bit of a talent for getting into trouble.
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice, knowing young Lord Capon, he undoubtedly contributed to that more than a little. Although, if they didn't pull each other out of trouble, God knows where they'd be now.
Wise words. Still, Henry's come a long way on a thorny path. I trust you're rightfully proud of him.
You know, I am.
May God grant him eternal rest.
Yeah, where the hell's Tom? Where's Divish?
Surely he's not too old to miss out on such an event.
Haven't you heard? Lady Stephanie is with child. No one even imagined Divish would produce an heir at his age.
As they say, doesn't matter who needed the dough, as long as there's a pie in the oven.
Godwin.
Well, it could be a miracle. Praise the Lord.
So that's interesting. I don't know if any of you recall when we played our KCD 1 and we helped Lady Stephanie, the Lady of Talmberg. We helped her find a horse, a crown, and some wine for her cousin's wedding. And Henry might have, accidentally slept with her. And we just found out that she is now pregnant. Well, I'm just gonna I don't know what could have happened. What's up, Hanish?
May I have a word with you,
But that's interesting.
You? Anytime.
We got that gilf that was in the castle. Exactly,
conversation. Unlike this pack of conceited upstarts.
So Henry could be the dad. Yep, whoops. But as Godwin just really eloquently put it, doesn't matter who needed the dough, as long as there's a pie in the oven. So, yeah, in case we don't recall, Sir Divish, he's a bit on the older side. Not saying he couldn't have done it, but Henry got that, he got that early 20s chutzpah, you know what I mean? Accident? There are no accidents. Chili's. All right, you got me. She had me try on her dad's shirt, and for some reason that turned her on. I don't really get it. All right. What do you got against the burgers here? Young Capon is free now. What do you think of Jobst?
What do you think about Jobst?
But hey, she slept with Henry only because he accepted. Exactly.
Called this assembly, and he wants
kind of a weird deal.
Well. You have to trust him.
To turn out well for whose benefit, though? Some are up to their elbows in silver and blood, so others can live in freedom.
It was a weird
make
deal.
Sure you're among the latter, then. And in the meanwhile, help the former to keep their losses to a minimum.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Madame Tussauds over in at the Wax Museum out in Vegas. That could be a great stop. And I didn't know there was also another one in London. Very cool. It's really impressive. And CLD, oh, what's it called? Have you ever been to the... Oh, dang it. It's like the Huntsman's Museum or something like that. I've heard of this incredible museum out around your way. I can't remember if it's the Huntsman or the... Dang, I'll have to try. It'll come to me in a little bit, I hope. All right, I don't really want to talk to Hanish that much. All right, y'all are good. Y'all are chilling. I've discovered 4 different beds. Great. I'm gonna need every single one. Can I leave? No. All right, what am I currently trying to do? I've chatted with people, and now I need to meet Brabant. All right. Well, let's go be bombarded with stories from some guy that I don't really care about. Where are you? Where are you?
I ain't letting that bastard go.
All right, 2 more nobles. Alehouse maid. Ulsterfolk? No, not Ulsterfolk. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't recall right now, but it's basically like focuses on. Oh, hey, this is actually Godwin's dad. This is Martin Odorin. Let me see if I can get a better view. Yeah, so you can see he looks very similar to Godwin, but just much older. Oh yes, of course. Thank you for hitting that like button, as Miss Marion pointed out. Thank you very much, everyone. Didn't realize Yops was just chilling over here, just dripped out, crushing it. All right, Brabant. Just staring dramatically at the window, huh?
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non.
That's a good question, CLD. Let's find out.
I'm glad to meet a new friend.
I'm not looking for friends.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
How come we haven't heard of you? That's a great question.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my
Giant,
strong connection with the
fancy
French court.
flourish of a feather out of his cap, and he's
Everyone knows my
incognito.
name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
All right.
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
C'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of
A bit
events?
vague, don't you think?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
Yeah, enlighten me, seeing as we are a veteran of the Kosovo Wars, which are pretty intense.
When they broke through the defense, I ended up in captivity. It was only due to my acquaintances in a court that I escaped execution.
Oh. I thought it was Henry who saved your neck.
My neck was not at risk in Malashov. I may have still been a prisoner with my personal freedom restricted, but they never broke my spirit.
Shut up. You said you're a poet? I'm good.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way.
I'm
if
not
you are
interested.
in my greatest deed.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome.
Thanks. A real treat. CLD asking, does Godwin have unique dialogue lines for photo mode? I'm definitely going to have to check that out, because I would think so. Also, just Henry's voice comes through.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome
I think it is the Famine
times,
Museum.
You all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too he is up against resistance.
Zizka just hates Yops. It's great.
Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we
good
possess.
question, Kevin Anderson.
Are we
Very good
seriously
question.
gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Godwin's just...
Yobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with
I'll
nothing.
be dead before I see the ring in the hands of an elf. Oh wait, wrong scene.
I'm not going to die.
All will take it. I will take the ring to Mordor.
We'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Godwin just getting schmammy with Liechtenstein.
Well, oops. That went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when the...
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Yeah, what's up?
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support,
you know, you could probably turn and face me so we're talking face to face instead of this side angle thing. But Kevin Anderson asking, any ideas for streams after KCD 2? That's a very good question. And I guess I kind of been debating. I've been saying it for over 3 years now, but I really want to start making some shorter videos about, like, you know, going back to the roots of, like, you know, survival and stuff like that, and survival gaming and things like that. So I've been debating about taking a little time off the streaming in lieu of making edited videos and having more time to do that, and then doing like 1 or 2 streams a month as opposed to every Monday, having more videos come out, make a bunch more content for you to enjoy, and then we can enjoy some streams after that with not necessarily just random, but, you know, kind of more topical games or things that are coming out, or but yeah, overall, I've been debating, but I do like the idea. The CLD says get some freaky horror games, and yeah, I mean, hell, at this rate, by the time I'm done with KCD, it'll actually be October. So, but yeah, I think something a bit different would be a lot of fun. But of course, I'm always open to whatever y'all want to see. But there's a couple of things I'm debating on, trying to see if they are worth the stream, if they would fit into the vibe or not. But yeah, definitely keep your eyes on the channel. I'm always going through the Steam library, especially to see what's out there, to see what's coming up, and see what's entertaining on your end as opposed to what I'm going to enjoy playing. So still kind of figuring it out a little bit for what comes after KCD 2, but there is a lot of fun stuff on the way. So exactly, yeah. If I'm having fun, I feel like we all have a good time together. So I'm trying to find those games that really kind of fit those fun little niche categories. You know, like Blueprints was a fun distraction, but I don't think it would be fun to watch day after day of that. So it's, you know, having some, you know, more unique options, more unique games come out. I think that'd be really fun as well. And like I've been saying, maybe, just maybe, if the real ones shine, if we get enough thumbs up on the videos, people start sharing them, enough eyes get on them, I keep saying it and manifesting it, all of a sudden, State of Decay 3 will release. They'll drop that, and we'll hopefully check off the box of a horror game. It's not going to be that scary, of course, but they have a good job of doing a little bit of scares. Getting that out there, getting the zombies back. I want to get back to some zombies. I want to drive cars. I want to shoot stuff. I want to have fun with that. And I'm hoping that they're waiting on just doing like a surprise drop because of what we're doing here on the channel. Because we keep talking about it. We keep demanding State of Decay 3. So I'm hoping that that'll be the one that fills in the gap. Oh, yes. Awesome. Yeah, all great options there, CLD. I love all that. It's driving me crazy that I can't remember the name of this museum, the one that I'm thinking of. These all sound incredible, and thank you for throwing all these in there. I think the Famine Museum is the one I was talking about, I think. But, yeah, there's so many reasons to want to go to the UK, and that's one in particular that I would love to. All right, why are you doing all this? Yeah, so John of Liechtenstein spinning this web. He's got a whole plan. So why are you doing all this?
Why are you doing all this anyway? Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein.
Hey, she's
if you
here.
Can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Yeah, Miss Marin, unfortunately, so the Xbox, or Microsoft Xbox games had their showcase 2 days ago, I think. And yeah, they didn't even mention Undead Labs. They didn't mention anything about State of Decay. Nothing on Elder Scrolls. Oh, sorry, not the UK. My apologies. Wait. Unionist, REA. My apologies. Yeah, I'm showing my American right now. I'm forgetting what territories are part of the UK. Anyway, please enlighten me, CLD. Correct me on what I should have said. My apologies there. But yeah, no estimated release date for State of Decay 3. I'm guessing it'll be the end of. I'm guessing it'll be the earliest. It'll be Q4 of this year. But dang. Okay, that's what I thought. The Elden Ring Night Rain is rough, even for me. Well, yeah, I don't know if I could even do that. I am beyond caring about Elden Ring, or like, I just can't. It's not for me. It just isn't. Soulsborns are not for me. I've seen some gameplay of this which is the multiplayer version, and it's interesting. But I'll take care of you. Sorry, I'm sitting on this screen for way too long. Meanwhile, I'll take care of you. Yeah, I'll take care of it.
I'll get on it then.
I wish us both luck.
Success to our plans.
All right, so we are tasked with talking to 3 different people: Haman Alder, Anna of Waldstein, and the third one. So let's see who we can get on our side here.
Nobody has the
Oh, and Martin Oderin.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them.
Uh-oh. Oh, Godwin.
Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
Yep.
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunate.
Man. This is not a great relationship. This is not...
What are you doing here?
It feels a little toxic. I came as an envoy. Let's save the arguing for later. None of your business. We could just be a dick about it.
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict?
I love that attitude, CLD. That
20
sounds about
years
right.
ago, He was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with them.
Good old
Try
Godwin.
saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
Oh boy. I wouldn't set. Ooh, I like that. Wouldn't set
I
foot
wouldn't
here.
set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
Shots fired.
Dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Yeah, that's getting ugly. Who's this infant?
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
I accept.
I'm not happy about it, but I accept.
I'm kind of happy about it,
This
I'm not gonna
isn't
lie.
how I imagined my first meeting with my brother.
I don't know, I think this feels pretty accurate.
Very private
Oh,
matter.
oh, okay.
It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Man, I haven't played this in a while.
Arm lower!
They teach you that in the
Look
seminary?
in my eyes!
Oh,
Not at
just-
my sword!
That will do.
Wow, that was a really pathetic showing.
G'day.
That's
G'day.
kind of embarrassing.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the Archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye.
But I do love the booze. Yeah.
I apologize.
Age gap
for
between
going
brothers
off
is
like that.
telling.
I had to. So that...
Age gap
So
between brothers is
Father would
telling
be
this father's a
satisfied.
dog.
I know. Only he'll never be satisfied.
Very
The sooner
accurate.
you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second
Yeah, I mean,
would
there's
become
easily like,
something.
it's times like this where I'm like, do the developers regret making Godwin look so old? Because I really can't tell the age gap between the dad, Godwin, and Christopher. It's like, I don't know. It seems a little imbalanced there. Like, Godwin looks like he's about 55, which maybe in this day and age means he's 32. I don't know. It's tough to tell. Let's see. I thought second would be some, and still, and still no luck. No, we'll be nice to him.
Not at all.
We'll be nice to him.
I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
Healthy.
The first time he took me hunting. He let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was
Godwin has
never
had a
much
rough life,
talk
Kevin
about you
Anderson.
at home.
Yes, absolutely.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Yeah, so if you didn't get in my frickin' way, I need to get him on our
I've
side.
got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
Oh, I don't
What
really
else
care.
can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
All right.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
About to say, yeah, that's really good. Okay, cool. So Christopher, first time met him, smack him in the face with the sword, decides to do us a favor. So hopefully that will work out just fine. So he's gonna go talk to Alder. I gotta talk to Anna upstairs. Baldur's Gate got a few updates and it's crossplay now. Maybe in October, a Dark Urge run. That's a great idea, Chili Santa. I really like that. That could be a lot of fun there. I started a Dark Urge playthrough and I didn't follow through. I think some other stuff came out and I just got distracted. But that sounds pretty cool. Is that? Yeah, that end is definitely upstairs. So we need to talk to Anna of Waldstein. And on the wrong floor? Where the hell am I going? Oh, actually, I wanted to check though. Photo mode of Godwin. That is quite the timing on that. Try to get a fancy picture here. Let's see.
Nice one.
Yeah, all right, nice. Yeah, just a party full of Dark Urge players. That would be intense. Wow. Okay, so this party is actually pretty solid. There's people everywhere. I can play dice.
We're trying to forge
Y'all just getting drunk.
against our common enemy.
Botchek, I need to talk to you.
One thing and one thing
Zhishka.
only. Line their pockets.
All right, Zhishka, leave the talking to me.
Sir
All right.
Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips, and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
All right.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
Aren't we on the same side? No, that's a flaccid offer there. I don't know if Ms. Marin would be okay with a dirge run. I do wonder if she would know what she's in for. But I've seen some clips, and goddamn, there's some stuff. This looks like a Renaissance fair where they got $25 turkey legs. And that's coming up here in the state of Minnesota in a few weeks, or a couple months, I should say, and I cannot wait. If anybody has any advice on where to get, like, a really nice, real leather armor and stuff like that, please let me know. I can't ever find anything that I trust enough. So if anybody has experience with actually getting, like, tailored, or at least, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Bespoke leather armor, let me know, because I need to start acquiring my kit here, you know what I mean? Let's see. How can I convince you?
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Surprise nudity. I'd say surprise dismemberment in a dirge run there, Miss Marin.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
Jump scare nudity.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off
right,
to
CLD?
another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
All right. What about me? Yeah.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain, too.
Hans does have a reputation. Whoa!
The Lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice.
All right, so we have got our younger brother to go talk to the alder for me. And then we have now used Hans Capon as a bargaining chip to marry off. I wonder if she's here, actually. Helena, Matilda, Helena of Divorce. Justina, so no. Okay, so wait, is she? Dasha?
Looks more like a wet head to me.
Housemaid. So yeah, we're going to, pretty much we are signing Hans Capon up to marry the daughter of that guy I was just talking to acquire his money and soldiers. So that's pretty interesting that he doesn't have any idea yet. So I got to talk to Hanush about this, see what he has to say.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, CLD. I'm not a big fan of the thrift shops, but I do drop a lot of stuff up there. As I've been saying, RealGrogg is going to be probably packing up here in a month or so as we move, and so I'm a big fan of the thrift shops right now, just to give some of my stuff, lots of stuff actually, and it's all good stuff, but it just feels so good to purge and give it to a relatively good cause. Lord Capon is getting married.
Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal. I mean, with your blessing.
Of course.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Bocek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yidka.
Bocek of Kunstadt? The Bocek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving old bastard.
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe
All right,
it.
he sounds happy about it.
So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're sick, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Dang.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
All right, cool. So Hanush was elated that we got Hans set up for that one. We're not going to tell him, though. We're going to let Hanush do that himself. Now, it looks like that map marker is on the same level I am, so where am I going next? Support from botch. Okay, so it's just upstairs.
And that's exactly why.
All right, buddy, we're in. Yes, we got a lot of charity shops here in the U.S. The main chain one is called Goodwill, and those are all over the country. Yeah, absolutely. I've been dropping off a lot of stuff there. And they're great. You can find some good stuff.
Sir Bocek, your niece Yidka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Wow.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstadt.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers!
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yidka.
God, we're just gonna get smashed.
Lord Capon.
Here's to a good bargain.
Oh, interesting. All right. How you doing there, Godwin? All right, we're starting to. You can see our little symbol on the left of my health bar there, starting to tick up into the drunkenness. But luckily, Godwin is a pro, so he's still in the positive phase of drunkenness. But is there a digestive potion or anything like that around here? Because I am way too full right now.
He gave me some ointment and a tincture, but he said it'd take at least.
All right, so we've got the altar taken care of. We talked to Botchek, and then there's one more fella that we need to talk to, I believe. Anna of Waldstein, that's right. So she is upstairs.
In the summer, the only bit of shade far and wide.
All right, so the guards are also getting drunk. That's not a great sign. Hans, you're right there. Don't have anything to say to you. Anna of Waldstein.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you.
What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Boots.
Margrave Yob's plan has
Booze.
some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
That was a good save, Godwin.
All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers.
I like her.
So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harman Alder.
Oh.
Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Nice. All right, so she wants me to rob it? Yeah, exactly.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Harman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
All right, so
you were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
Fair enough.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
All right, I'll help you.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorim's groom has eyes everywhere.
All right, so Anna has a little task for us. We're going to swap these documents. Now, I believe I've seen this stable hand over here kind of... Oh. Let's see. Which is your horse? Oh, that ain't the one. Henry? That's my name. Gorgeous. Oh, whoa, hey, buddy, easy, tiger. It's just walking around, no big deal. It's all good. Dang.
What brings you here?
Yeah, I want to talk to you.
Bless.
Yeah. I do need a new leather jacket. Yeah. So now I'm gonna have to go to the UK or not the UK. Dang, I keep saying that. Well, thank you for all those descriptions of the difference between the thrift and charity shops there, CLD. That's very, very helpful.
Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem? The horses are fed and watered. I'm not idle.
God forbid. But standing around here must be a pain in the arse, no? You might get thirsty.
Not really. What of it?
Game of dice? Yeah, I like that.
Shall we roll some dice? I'm sure you can take a little breather, eh?
Well, all right. But just for a little while. I'll wait at the table over
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's the exchange rate, roughly. 150 pounds is about $200 US, I think. Something like that. Like 175 maybe. Alright. So Alder's been taken care of by Christopher, our brother. We married off Hans Capon. Now we're going to play the Stable Master to hopefully distract him enough to get into that back room and steal some papers out of the saddlebag, and hopefully Anna of Waldstein will be happy enough to lend her support. 3, 4, 5, 6. That unfortunately is nothing, so just the 5. Ooh, 3 6s. Boom. Boom. And we'll just be smart. We're going to go ahead and pass.
Alright, that'll do.
I mean, honestly, CLD, that is kind of the dream. Walking into a charity shop or a thrift store for getting a sweet, worn-in leather jacket for $200. Hell yeah, if it's the right kind. If it's good enough, if it's worth it. If not, I'm not gonna waste my time. But bust. Ah. Pass your turn. Pass your turn.
Me. Roll.
Oh, was I backwards on that? Gotcha. All right, 1, 2, 4. Wow, just the 1. Okay. Come on, Godwin. You should have God on your side, right? 400 more, so that gives me 500 for the round. That's fine. One, 2, 3, 3, 3.
All right, that'll do.
Now I'm hoping this will just let. I don't know if winning will. Hopefully he'll just like get pissed off if I beat him and he'll storm off somewhere and let me in.
Here.
Oh, okay. I missed some of those details in the descriptions of those shops. Yeah, that sounds like a ripoff.
My God! Oh, come on!
And 1, 2, 2. Oop, I think that's 200, 300, 350, which is exactly what I need. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Boom. Oop. Boom.
Kurva!
Kurva!
Why do I even play?
All right, well, now that he's nice and pissed off, hopefully he'll go somewhere else, right? Don't turn this way. Turn around, go get a drink. Yes, indeed. Da-da-da. Switch papers. Boom. Switched. Swapped. Pick up the armor's kit. Why not? Anything else I can take? No? I think it's all... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think he's back outside again, so we're gonna... Yep.
What brings you here?
Nothing. Nothing. All right, Anna. Let's see what she has to say. Hopefully she can promise us. There she is.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Awesome.
Noble lady.
Can I get that in writing?
God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady?
And to the success of our efforts.
All right. So we have done everything we can. Let's find Liechtenstein. Oh, right there.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said...
I think somebody's supposed to be there.
Miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin.
Oh, shoot. Oh, God dang it.
Of Kunstad will support our cause.
I should have checked in with Christopher.
Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse...
Oh, okay.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
Shut up.
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
This is like a fancier Bryan Cranston looking guy, I gotta say. He's got the same vibe.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the verbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours. They'll give you coin.
All right.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough,
spilling his beer.
The houses of Leiper and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Surprise!
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush,
Poor guy.
Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Just right back to boozing. Love it. How you doing, Hans? You right there, bud? Oh, dang, they're not wasting any time. Meanwhile, across the city. All right, so now we return to Henry. As if all that talking wasn't enough, let's do another scene of a lot more talking.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
We will.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
Drunk boy about to go
put more
off.
guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything.
That's not
the
good.
city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly.
It's like a mob
and
boss
while
laying
we are
down
on
the
the
law.
subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector?
He's
You're
got the sickest armor.
Incompetent sycophants!
Like, Alice is one of the coolest looking. He's one of the coolest looking characters,
Not any
period.
better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting.
Yep, he's drunk.
This is unbelievable.
Remove this swill pot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council
Welcome in, David
is
Preble.
a farce.
Good to see you, my friend.
The whole city knows it.
Oh, our
Lord
boy's
of
going
Sergeants.
off.
Your insolence just cost you your place on the council. And a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
Wow.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else.
Damn. Sigismund just laying down the law right now, so he puts Aulitz in charge of pretty much the entire council.
The council is dismissed.
That's crazy.
You, don't go anywhere, boy.
Oh boy.
Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between
Wow.
the two of us.
Okay.
Margaret.
Okay, cool. And the game just saved. I was like, this needs to at least have some checkpoint, because that's a lot. I mean, it's been pretty much 2 hours of... This is what I was talking about a couple weeks ago. Super heavy dialogue, focused missions in the latter half here. But really, really good stuff and incredible. And I got to give him credit. While he kind of looks a little goofy, admittedly, the voice work, the presentation, and just the command that Sigismund has in his scenes, he really does steal the show. It's really pretty impressive. Also, the game just saved.
Perhaps too harsh on them.
Going? Mind your own
And
business.
speak candidly. We have
I've seen this online, and I got it. We got to try it at least, right?
false flattery.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst, you know? I had to do it. I had to do it. Come on. We haven't had any action this stream, and I thought, what better way than by killing a king? You killed King Sigismund. Although you died at his guard's hands shortly thereafter, King Wenceslas soon returned to the Bohemian throne. Jan Hus was never burned at the stake, and the Hussite Wars never took place. So, I think a worthy sacrifice. Henry Escalas would be memorialized throughout history. Like, yeah, I just killed the king. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go ahead. load that game. Oh, wait, shoot. I can't remember which one it is. King's Gambit. There we are. How embarrassing would that be if it was the wrong save, though? Used to work in the convention business as a small-time contractor. Been more times than I can count to Vegas. Yeah, please, Damon. First of all, great to see you. Great to have you walking on in. Come on, settle on in. Great to have you here. But yeah, any insight on Vegas is more than welcome. And thank you for hitting that like button as well as soon as you got here. I certainly do appreciate you, my friend. Long live the king, I guess. Yeah, well, I had to see it through. They actually added that animation of the double stab. They added that in because people started doing that so consistently. I had to take part.
The same is true.
All right, what am I supposed to do right now? What am I doing? Serve the king of Luxembourg. What do you want, huh, sir?
Otto repeated
sir?
to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here.
What do you want to drink?
He would be intolerably self-satisfied.
I'm gonna guess he'll go red. Match the beard, you know.
Can't you see the king's cup is empty?
Yeah, I'm already doing it. Already on it.
To us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us
Nailed
a
it.
monastic wine.
Definitely go some of the shows. They're awesome. Gamble a lot and drink free everywhere. That sounds like a win to me.
Friend.
Yeah, there should be an achievement for that, right? Absolutely.
Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides.
Oh yeah, can I kill owlets? Actually, I should see if I can pour his wine first.
And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year.
Oh, you can't kill owlets.
If our father were still alive, he would have been
definitely would have stabbed him.
The mess that a few years of Wenceslaus' reign brought to us. With a single word.
I feel like the king would probably say something if his server was just sprinting around the room, but
God grant him eternal glory.
but hey, doesn't seem to mind.
Need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
All right, so they're talking about arresting Godwin's dad out in Reborge.
But what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
Oh. I think Jobst is just waiting for
King,
the
you
right
actually didn't even...
moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities. And get a couple more lords on my side.
He literally didn't even drink his wine the first time. I don't know what he's doing with it. I'm loving the debate of peeing in the pool, yes or no.
If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
It's a divisive topic, it seems.
As soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here.
Bring back public humiliation. It works. Absolutely. Oh, should I be pouring for owlets as well? Is that what I'm supposed to do? They have warning signs. Yeah, absolutely.
And to your health too, boy.
All right, thanks, man.
May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Make it.
You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Your health, Your Majesty.
I should stab you. I want to stab him. Little pee in the pool never hurt anybody. Yeah, for sure. I do feel like I don't know.
We need to crack down.
I don't know. I feel like Vegas especially packed pools, that much booze. That's a lot of pee in the pool.
His men set out for Reborge. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily.
It's sterile and I like the taste.
After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white.
Okay.
We have had enough of Red.
Why did this? Quickly!
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Bush falls. Others will follow.
All right, so this isn't ideal. We're overhearing them discussing attacking the very place that all of our allies are currently plotting against these two. Sure, that's not good.
Not so fast, my friend.
Assuming you are a Prince fan, Minnesota and all, consider the Purple Rain show. Yes, it is spelled that way. Totally, of course.
Square and pointed at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea.
Yeah, I gotta say, and I might get some hate for this, and I understand. I appreciate what Prince has done, and I love that he's a Minnesotan, of course. It's just never been my tunes, you know what I mean? Like it's.
We shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us?
Sure.
So that you shall have something to tell your children.
Plan ahead and reserve early. Good thinking. Yeah, I'll drink with the king.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Little do you know, I'm talking about my victories. All right, so we heard the king and his general discussing attacking this very place. So now we fast forward to the evening. And I think here everyone is hammered at this point in the night. Yep. Oh, just blasted.
He's marrying the young Lord of Perchstein.
Now we close our doors for the evening. People here know what to do. There'll be plenty more tomorrow.
Everyone is smoked. Oh, good. And the guards. Great. Yeah, this is pretty blasted.
I'd rather eat well.
I get what?
You in need of something, my
well-oiled friend.
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Touching. Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Yeah, I did.
Maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only, there's nothing to drink. Fuck.
I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. I had my eye on him all evening and left the rest of us to drink cheap dreck.
All right, so he wants me to track down some good, tasty wine out of our dad's cellar. I'm sure he won't mind that at all. He's a big fan of us, after all. I don't want to talk to this guy. Whatever. So I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna head on down. This is rough. What's going on here?
Need an expensive horse for a battle. Just be what I can run
I love that this is like a bunch of dudes standing around looking at their car. Like a nice car shows up at the party, everyone stands around. I'll check out the horse. Wow. Oh, that's my Bibiana. Why are you looking at my horse, huh? Get off my horse.
Greetings.
All right, where am I trying to make it to? There we go.
To Lord Capon bring her happiness.
Spot check.
How come you're still here, sir?
Ooh, damn, giant tomahawk
travel
ribeye.
with Sir Hanush, raise an army, prepare a wedding feast, and all that.
All hail Yobst. He sorted things out here nicely. He got my money for a start. But you know how it goes. Give them a finger. I explained to the Margrave that I'm not going anywhere, and I sent my captain with him. He's still young and full of piss and vinegar. I'm too old and fond of my comfort.
That's fair.
Did you at least discuss with Hanush where the wedding will take place?
Nothing to discuss. The wedding will take place at our castle Littitz, of course.
Castle
It's the
Littitz.
pride of our family.
But I'd bet my right arm old Hanush will want to have the wedding there.
What? In Ratai?
But deal with him yourself, though.
I wouldn't
All
worry
right.
about it.
We chat with him. Gotta find the good wine. Ooh, excuse me. All right. Where the hell am I going? This is rough. Dry Devil, I don't really care to talk. I don't want to talk to anybody right now. I just want to try to find... Let's talk to the ladies. Godwin's a dog, after all. Can't help him.
Good evening, my esteemed lady.
Oh, he's got this
I haven't yet
suave
had
voice.
The opportunity to
Love
make
it.
your acquaintance.
No matter. I know who you are, although Martin hardly spoke of you. From what I heard, I could conjure up a pretty good picture.
She doesn't seem to be a fan.
No offense, ma'am.
Try to defend himself a little bit.
But whatever picture you painted me, I have reason enough to believe it's mistaken.
Indeed. So, the stories of how, in your youth, you used to drag a different chambermaid to your bed every night is nothing but slander.
Hey,
And
whoa.
I also heard that you once fell drunk into the trench in front of the fortress, horse and all.
All right, I confess to that one. But nothing happened to either me or the horse.
And is it not true that one of your paramours made off with your late mother's
This lady
jewelry?
knows a lot about me.
We are all sinners, Mom.
Unquestionably. My husband is living proof of it. No more than I.
Yeah, I got to agree when talking about dining in Vegas. I've always been curious about Top Chef, Hell's Kitchen. I mean, just like anybody, I've watched pretty much every episode of it, and it's great. Cuss a lot and send back your appetizer with specific complaints. Gordon has been known to come to your table when he is there. Kind of a thing to do. That would be interesting. I've always wanted to meet the guy, and I wonder if that's the scenario to do it in. I mean, I'm pretty good at creating a scene if need be. If it calls for it, I'm very good at that.
Would you kindly introduce your two companions?
This is Lady Christina, second wife of Lord Binyek of Nostitz. She's standing in for him here today.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Just right off the bat. Shall we go somewhere more private?
How come your husband didn't come?
Because he's been rotting for nearly a year in the king's captivity.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mom. I pray that God shall return him to you soon.
I've been praying for it since the day I got word of his captivity. Perhaps worldly powers will come to our aid once the promised army turns up. One hopes.
Yeah. I don't want to do it for fun. I just want to make a scene in a restaurant for content. That's the kind of person I want to be.
It's rather noisy here, Mom. Don't you think?
It is, a bit. But that's all part of celebrations. And today we have course celebration, don't we?
Wouldn't you prefer a little privacy? I'll gladly escort you.
Restrain your ardor. You're not the first to try and
What are you talking
lure
about?
my
I'm just
girl
trying to,
somewhere out of my
just,
sight.
make sure she's
If you want to
amused.
amuse yourself with them, I insist on being present. Or you may be on your way.
But I had no wish to.
Oh, God.
And while you're on your way, we're quite thirsty from all this constant chit-chat.
Do I look like a servant?
Excuse me, sir.
No. But surely you wouldn't leave these young ladies to suffer thirst. Be so kind to bring us another pitcher of wine. I don't know what.
We're getting some good options here in chat there. I like that.
I don't intend to try it out.
All right. Well, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I doing? All right. So how do I get downstairs when I am blasted? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Nice. Cellar. Yes. What's all this? Take the red. So I think this is for the ladies, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that seems to be the only thing. Oh, copper plate. Nope, can't drink a plate. Let's take some red.
The red'll be good.
Craft, yes, Craft Steakhouse. Don't eat the buffets in the casinos. Not a problem at all. I am very wary of buffets. They blah blah blah. Yeah, not for me.
There's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudard. Not like that nag of yours.
Yeah, my Bibiana's gorgeous.
What the hell do you feed it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Uh-oh.
That's Peter of
Peter.
Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to this celebration, you old fox.
That doesn't look like Peter of Pisac.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Oh, dang! That is Bergov himself. Ah. Oh! Boromired him.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Uh-oh. Oof.
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Wow, and just open the gate for him, too. Everyone's hammered. Wow, Utah didn't put up a single... Oh, crap. Shit. We're having such a good time, too. Alright.
Jesus!
Now we gotta save our... No, don't put your sword away.
He can't make it on his own. Hey! You gotta help me with...
Oh, we gotta save our brother. Come on. Come on. Alright, thanks, alright, so he's saved. Or he's safe for now, at least. Is that the dry devil? Yeah, I think the devil's trapped under the horse. I gotta help him. Alright, so he wants me to leave him be. That's not... Oh, I'm not letting Christopher die like that. Not a chance. Sorry. You don't let your brother die. That's just... I can't do that one. Imagine having to fight for your life while you're wasted. Seriously, I feel like the adrenaline could help sober you up. Oh, absolutely. Adrenaline would dominate all the alcohol in your system and just... Yeah, not a chance. But this would suck. Alright. Alright, so we gotta keep Christopher alive. Oh, come on. Unsurprisingly, my stamina is shot. If you're just joining us here, we have been surprise attacked by Von Bergov and his men in the middle of us allies trying to gain forces against him. And they are putting up a fight, that's for sure. Oh boy, come on. I have a bad feeling I'm about to lose my brother again. Oh, come on. This is chaos. This is absolute chaos. Come on. Come on. No. Oh boy. Come on. Get your breath back out of him for Pete's sake. Nice. All right, master strike there. All right, I think we survived. We will reload as many times as needed. Absolutely. Oh, that's Henry. Come on, Henry, get your ass there. Oh, good. For Henry. Get up there, get up there, get up there. Oh my god! Oh my god! Alright, I don't care about that horse. That's not my horse.
Don't surrender.
Okay. Okay, well this is kind of... Okay, well this is kind of bogus. It drops me off in this outfit and I can't... Okay, come on. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and... We're gonna reset real quick. Oh my god. Alright, before I ride up, it's probably a good idea to switch gears into some armor at least. This might do us. That'll do us. That'll do us better. Okay. Now let's go lay down the law.
Now I'll show you.
What's great about this is it's like Godwin's good, but Henry is a bit more of a powerhouse when it comes to the fighting game. Oh. as I immediately take a mace to the face. Nice! Nice job, unnamed guard. Damn, you are on fire, son! Oh, am I the main character, or is he? Alright, there's Godwin. Sorry, Shishka. There's that Brabant guy. It's like, you better show your skill here. Alright, cool. Christopher's still alive. There we go. Man, Henry is no joke.
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me.
Seriously,
Like
that's...
deceive me. Henry!
Hey, bud.
Godwin.
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
Henry for the win, baby.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
Damn.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein.
Oh, dang!
She didn't stand a chance against those
She was one of the
butchers.
cool ones, too. That
May
sucks.
she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost.
Only almost.
You have a brother? Where is he?
He's upstairs in the hall. He's alive, but he's severely wounded. He tried to defend our father. That old badger's not worth the trouble.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and Botchek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I won't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Bergau took them.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
Markvart bragged about it to Sigismund, and Sigismund promised to make him Lord of Raborsh in return.
When he sees what von Bergau did with it, he'll shit himself.
You find that funny? Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and slaughtering innocents?
Yeah, seriously, the Dread
Who
Devil
else
really
has
has
to die
zero
before
tact.
we do something about it?
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpses before you bothered to turn up.
Well, not you.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat.
Yes, crushed underneath a horse.
We've lost a lot of allies. We'll have trouble finding new ones. They'll be afraid to even peep against Sigismund.
Well, are you surprised? Look around. Sigismund showed everyone what's coming for all who resist him.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
3 weeks.
If I
Oof.
survive the journey, oh God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there.
Mm-hmm.
They could reveal a lot. The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do.
Give me a moment.
All right, so who are we now? Are we Henry? We are Henry. Right? Yeah, we're Henry. All right. So, got anything good? Anything good on these guys? $20. I'll take $20. All right. I have to remember, we have enough money. We don't need to loot everyone, right? Well, I mean, it's a noble after. Ooh, black, 3-star. That's my favorite hat in the game. We're taking that. Okay, well, I'm gonna loot the I'm gonna loot the dead. Yep. I'm looting the dead. It's good stuff. Those nobles have really good gear, you know. I mean, come on, they don't need it. The great advice though on the Vegas front that I'm just seeing over in the chat. That is really good stuff. Yeah, like stay out of the sun. Sleep in the day though. When I sleep in the day though when in Vegas. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. All right, I'm actually just gonna try to find the nobles, see what else is on them. Frilled cap. Oh dang, tan noble boots. Hell yeah. Stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, we're gonna go check in with Samuel.
Put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
Actually, Hans is still here, isn't he? Hans didn't ride out. I think he's still here with us, so I should probably check in with him too. All right, I can't see a damn thing out here. I have a torch equipped. I do.
Maybe he'll come back.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
Oh, cool. Sandbugging trips. That's a cool idea.
If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Aulitz surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity.
That's fair. I think we've all been there at least once.
Get much worse.
Actually, it might. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again?
Seriously.
You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel.
All right, gotta check in with...
Take care of young Sir Christopher, and hope his father comes back soon.
Yes. The best
Who else do we
thing
lose?
is to keep doing our
Anna,
work.
that sucks.
What if the old lord
Oh
doesn't
dang,
come
the old lady bit it
back?
too.
Then we'll have a young one. He's not a little boy anymore. Soon he'll get married and have a bunch of children.
We can only rush.
Man, yeah, they really laid waste, huh? Yes. All right, let's just get on our way. Hey, you guys got naked quick.
No one knows where they took Oderin. The others.
Ooh, there we are.
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Morale an all-time low. Yeah, for real.
That makes
it's rough.
2 of us.
Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
Whoa! Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Why are you even telling me this?
I thought you would want to know. Martin was raising you instead of being with Mother. And me.
I know what it's like.
Such a difficult family dynamic in this game.
Me too. I learned the truth only after Pa's death.
You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
He's right about that.
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard to explain.
Hell yeah, Henry's looking like a proper knight.
It is as clear as
I stole all this equipment fair and square.
To kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come.
Very well. We should get going right away.
Let's not waste time.
All right. Hey, what's
Thank
up?
God you're all
Kubienka.
right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat.
Did you shoot a
And I
longbow
say
wearing full plate?
instead of that,
Yes, as
you have a
impossible as that would
massacre
probably be. Henry's a
The
great
real
shot.
massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course, I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
Kubienka's always down for a fight.
But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
Oh,
I'll
chili.
explain to you on the way.
Nothing is better than
Time
breakfast
is
for
running
dinner.
out.
I will have breakfast for
Are
dinner
you
every day and be
coming
happy.
too, Sir John?
Of course.
Let's go then.
Borekata Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam.
All right. I feel like I should actually get in the back. Can I get off? Can I get off? Well, whatever. This would be like, again, we are coming from here and we have to go here, like this corridor. I mean, that is such a long ride on a rickety wooden wagon.
Can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
These are your people that are dying here, buddy. I'm just
Tell me
saying.
what the fuck is going on?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. And I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't worry. We'll save your mother.
And everyone else too. Don't forget that.
You seem to care an awful lot about these people, sir.
Are you surprised? It's all my fault. If
I feel a little bad sitting on the front seat instead of sitting back there because I'm like, they're just burying their souls. I'm like,
would have found some other excuse to get rid of us.
Look, it's not that I don't feel sorry for you, but don't you think maybe we could make the horses go a little faster? At this pace, we won't make it there in a week.
Samuel, what was the story with your mother and Martin?
Do you really want to talk about this right now?
It may be the last chance we get. We could both be dead in a while.
All right. But like I said, I never actually knew Martin.
Did I accidentally hit skip fast travel? I thought it said fast travel, which is why I chose the option.
Obviously, she could not marry a Lagoni.
And tonight, you will see why.
If you want, Mame will surely tell you more. If we can get there in time.
All right, let's go.
And we better hurry up.
All right.
Schnell.
Schnell.
Wow, that is a long trip.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sherwell.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough. Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
All right. So we're sneaking into the city, and we're going to defend the Jewish quarter. I think that should bring us right to the final moments of the stream really nicely. So all this talking that we've endured tonight will ultimately lead us to quite a few swords clashing. So prepare yourselves, my friends. Yeah, the ass numbing is real on that wagon ride, for real, absolutely. Can't even sit on a bar stool for that long.
You killed our savior.
What did you just say?
Oh boy.
Nothing, I'm just...
Kubienka just stirring the pot. That's great.
Say that again. Loud and clear.
You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up, little kurva. My arse is getting numb.
Hey, you called it, Damon. Yeah, come on. I feel like a caged tiger right now. Just let me out of this hole and let me go fight something. Now, admittedly, I'm a little concerned about John of Liechtenstein. He doesn't really strike me as much of a fighter at all, and that propant he's wearing will not provide enough protection. So I'm hoping he doesn't get stabbed through the guts. That'd be bad. Okay, so I, you know, again, love this game, love the attention to detail, but it's like, could we pick up the pace? Do we need to wait?
Not this way. Liechtenstein went another way.
He didn't actually. He's just taking his sweet ass time. So let's just see what happens if I sprint all the way to the end, because they are really just putzing along. I also have no idea where I'm going. All right, nailed it.
This trapdoor should be closed, shouldn't it?
Oh, dang.
Maybe
Okay.
better go and take a look upstairs to make sure there's nothing going on there.
I'm patient, Miss Marin, just not all the time. I don't wait behind people at stoplights, and I don't like putsy drivers. I need to get moving. Oh, dang, the whole household's killed.
I can't leave now.
I can't leave now. All right, let's go clear house, breach and clear. Take out these murderers.
Bad luck.
Nice combo, Henry. And you're done. All right, we're gonna wait for Samuel outside the inn, which I presume is right here. All right, cool.
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right.
Sam,
We're
you're
good.
back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern, too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
With ease.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them.
Favorite school lunch? Sloppy Joe was mine. Oof. If I'm being totally honest, and this is the picky part of me, and I'm not exaggerating, hated every school lunch ever. And that imprinted in me textures, temperatures, and flavors that I absolutely despised. And admittedly, I was very spoiled. I was raised by a chef, and I was introduced to some really fun stuff outside of that. But when it comes to me and my food, temperature is paramount, and I have nothing but viscerally horrible memories of everything. And honestly, I wasn't a great student in high school. I skipped half of it, and so I would often just go have lunch off campus, as it were. As soon as I got a car, I was never at school for lunch, ever. Great. Is your mother all right?
What about your mother?
Yeah, hot food, hot.
Right?
Thank you, Damon.
She is.
Yes, exactly.
Thank God. I told her to get ready, and we would come for her right away.
Steak or barbecue? Dang. The hell'd you go to school? Sorry about your friends.
I'm really sorry about your friends. We got here too late.
There was nothing you could do. Benavis Hamardes. This Eric is really pissing me off.
Yeah, he's a dick.
I've never laid eyes on him, yet I cannot wait to wring his neck.
There'll be plenty of time for that later.
I'm sure Mum is waiting for us.
You go ahead. I'll lock the tavern and block the secret passageway so no one else can get in.
But sir, if any more of them come here,
I can take care of myself.
I doubt that. I
Now
really
go.
do. I really doubt that.
God be with you.
All right, Samuel, let's do this thing.
Adam, is that you? What happened?
They climbed over the wall. One of them must have hit me.
Get up. We have to get
Come on, man.
ashore fast.
Point me in the direction. Come on.
I can't.
Let me kill.
I'll help you. Henry, go and get Mummy. She will be in that house on the left.
All right, go get Sam's ma. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Oh, Himmel! What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott! What happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
I'm a friend. I'm Martin's son, a friend of Samuel's.
My name is Henry, and I'm a friend of Sam's. I was the one who warned him Sigismund was coming for you.
Thank you. I just hope
If
we
I
can
order delivered pizza, I turn the oven on to heat it up.
Watch out!
Yes, Damon!
More are coming! Run to the back. It might be safer
That's
there.
the right answer.
What's going on?
Sam, are you all right?
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe. Now run!
We have to get to the synagogue.
Through the backyard. Follow me.
All right. We are on an escort mission. Let's protect this young maiden.
Watch out! They're shooting at us!
Oh.
From the ramparts! Get rid of them!
I will. Ooh, double down on the plate mail. Okay, come on. Pissing me off here. Stop shooting me. Come on, wanker. There we go.
They're gone. We have to
They're
keep
not
going.
gone.
Through the yard.
Fish, I don't know. I read that message from you, Chili Santa, and fish tacos in the school cafeteria. That terrifies me. Oh. Fight your way through the house. Sorry, where's that? Is it? That's gotta be it.
That was a right.
Oh, that's Samuel.
Help me with him!
Fuck
Fucking hell! He knows how to sword fight!
Yeah, he knows how to soul fight, right? Yeah, ain't it?
Not him!
Mummy, are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you, Mankind?
I'm still alive. We can talk later. Now, we have to go.
Oh, sure, Brad. Oh, man.
Kiss them all down!
Just a massacre. It was just a huge fish stick and a tortilla. Nothing wrong with that. All right.
What the hell?
Hold the
What
line.
is it, fuckers? Rather slaughter women and the defenseless?
Let's go!
Man, Kubienka's a bad mother, I'll tell you. Snap out of it. Snap out of it, Henry. Damn. Oh, Kubienka. God damn.
Go inside. Quick. The fucking task.
For Frodo.
I've never been so glad to see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No, I just don't want to die here alone.
So good. Oh, look at this pretty boy.
There they are. Well, now we're really fucked.
We mustn't get inside. We have to hold them back. For how long, though? As long as we need to.
All right. All that talking. Let the sword speak. Damn, look at that wave of enemies. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna master strike that. Oh! Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to master strike and kill as many of these guys as I can. Pretty sure I've done this a few times already on these streams, taking on whole squadrons of men. Shit, come on. Come on! Change target, for Pete's sake. I'm about to die. Wow.
Show your stuff.
In the name of our Lord!
There we go. Come on, one more. Boom. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on. Come on.
We'll kick your ass. Show yourself.
Oh, just a double stab into the face. Love that. And you're done. Come on. Come on.
Nice strike.
Excuse me, Kubienka. Excuse me.
Good.
Come on.
This one's mine.
Oh, I think I just heard Eric talking some trash. There we go. Come on, and lay it. And put him down. Put him down. Oh my god, I'm about to eat it again. Nice. What the hell is happening here?
Come on.
Ah, nice. Okay. Ah, I took a bit of a beating there. Not gonna lie.
Come on. Let's go.
Kubienka's a machine. Love that guy. Whew. Okay.
Let's go. It's this way.
Nice shot, nerd. Oh my god, just slaughter. I hope we get to kill that guy. Well, my friends, I think right about there is as good a place as any to call it for the night. That was quite the amount of lots to take in. There was a lot of information. We gained some allies. We saw some of them die. Didn't go entirely to plan, I will say, but we got to see the king in all of his goofy curly-hairedness. We got to, lots happened indeed, Miss Marin. Yes, we infiltrated the king, found out about their plans to attack the people that we thought were safe and sound across the whole territory. Unfortunately, Owlets had already planned ahead and sent that envoy to take out the nobles. A lot of them died, even more were captured, and although a lot of good people did live, the numbers dwindled. The Jewish quarter now set ablaze, the people evacuated, a lot of them also killed. Not a great showing overall. So right now, things aren't going great, but I think our heroes can turn it around. We just got to stay focused, and hopefully it'll be a good time. But Damon Preble, sorry I missed the early part. We'll catch up. Fun as always, though. My friend, you're never late. You're always just fine, always around for you. Absolutely. And thank you very much. I was in the middle of fighting, so I'm missing some of these phenomenal chats here. Henry really has been through the medieval meat grinder like 4 times. Yeah, for real, absolutely. It's Thermopylae, exactly. I'm a sucker for fighting in a narrow passageway with a small amount of people to defend against a massive horde. That's my jam right there, absolutely. Blame it on the rain, absolutely. But this was a lot of fun, my friends. It's great to be back with Henry. I'm debating, I've said it for the last few weeks, but I think I might do a stream on Thursday. I'm kind of debating, waiting to kind of see some stuff with my job and this and that. And I also leave over the weekend. I'll be gone all the way until basically Monday. So I'm going to come back and jump right into a stream. Whee! Says Damon Preble. Exactly. Great callback. I was going to move my camera. I was going to move my camera today and wait for everyone to join me in one of those. But yeah, we had to bring it back. Can't let it die. Absolutely. But yes, feels great to be back in here. So continue. Joel Benton. Hi. Bye. Great to see you, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Everyone who is here, if you haven't already, please do me a favor, hit that like button to hopefully get more eyes on this after the fact as well, if you haven't already. But it's such a pleasure to be back with all of you. You're the absolute best. Keep your eyes peeled for Thursday. I think I might be doing something then if nothing else happens. But Joel, great to see you as well, my friend. I know we're just seeing you at the end here, but hopefully you had a great night. Video is, of course, available on demand if you want to watch the whole thing, and definitely have a wonderful time doing that. But this was a great time, my friends. If you're this far in, you haven't already, if you've been sitting silently in the chat there, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, jump on into the Discord. All that fun stuff is linked in the bio of this video as well. And there's a whole library of videos to go watch, some old school RealGrogg. You can see the evolution of the channel over the last few years if you are new around here, or if you've been around for a while and you just want something fun to watch while you're doing laundry and all that fun stuff. But yes, the Thursday tease. Hey, I've done it before. You never know. So keep your eyes peeled. We might just be doing a bit more of Kingdom Come Deliverance on Thursday because we want to get through this story, and there's a lot of stuff. Miss Marin will be working this Thursday, though, so we'll see what happens. But either way, we'll see. No promises yet, but I would say keep your eyes on it. But until next time, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, stay real. I'll see you on the next one.